Hi everybody, this is Miss Cox, and today we're going to take a look at how to legally add images to your blogs. The bad news is if you go to Google and you do a search for an image, as many people do. So my blog is on persimmons. If I did a search for the word persimmons and then went to images, I could technically grab one of these images. I could click on one, I could right click on it, I could save the image, I could copy it and paste it. The problem is all of these images have different rights, and it's very difficult in Google to figure out what the rights are. And what I mean by rights are the copyrights. So the person that took this image, for example, they have the right to this image. So you can't just take this image without their permission. If you do, you could be sued, you could be fined, they could just request that you take it off your page. And the fact is, this doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes they never find out that you use a picture of theirs. But does it mean it's a right to steal their images? No. The thing is, it's still stealing if you don't have their permission. Now, a lot of people do give permission for people to use their pictures, which is great. And that's something that's called Creative Commons. So instead of going to Google Images and looking through this way, we're going to be using a Creative Commons search to find legal images, images that people have approved others use in different ways. So let's take a look at that. To do that, I'm going to go to my links page on misscoxtech.com. And if I'm on my links page, I've added a couple new links. So if you don't notice, this is new. Blogger is now linked, as well as you'll see the CC. This button stands for Creative Commons. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see you'll end up in a search with lots and lots of different details here. There's lots of different places we can do a Creative Commons search. I'm actually going to use Flickr. Flickr is one of the best options for Creative Commons searches. Now, what you're going to do, just like Google, instead of searching for my image in Google, I'm going to search here. So I'm going to look up persimmon because I'm writing that blog post on the fruit. Now, here's the key. I want something that I can use for commercial purposes. That means I'm going to try to sell this product. Am I selling stuff on my blog? No, I'm actually not. So I can uncheck this. That means it'll only search for items that people have said it's okay for you to make money off of my item, off of my image. So that'll limit your search. So if you're not going to make money off of your image or off of the person's image, make sure you don't check this. Also, here it says modify, adapt, or build upon. If you're not going to change the image, if you're not going to add things into the image, then you don't need this checked. I just want an image that I can stick in my blog. I don't want to edit it. So I actually don't need either of these checked. I've typed in what I want to search for, and I've clicked on the website I want to search through. You will see Google here, but it's a little complicated to use Google because it's very difficult to actually see what the Creative Commons license is. Creative Commons is nice because it actually tells you very specifically what the creator is allowing you to do with their image. So let's take a look on Flickr. I'm going to do my search. You can hit enter, and it should go ahead and pull up your search in Flickr. Now, what you'll see is I've come up with all sorts of different images, lots of stuff, and the great news about all of these pictures is they're all free for me to use. Now, where does it say that it's free? Let's take a look at an example. Let's say I really like, this is a pretty image. I'm going to click on this image. And what's nice about Flickr is it makes it very easy to see what the rights are on this image. So if I scroll down, I should see, here we go. It's really tiny. But right here, in these little tiny symbols, this actually tells you what the Creative Commons license is. Now, I'm going to click on it so you can see it in a bigger scale. But the Creative Commons rights for this image, it says you can do these things with the image. So I can share and I can remix. Now what that means is basically I can't use this image to sell or make money off this work. and I'm allowed to remix it though, so I can add things and change it. Now, it says I can share it, so I can put it on my blog. The only catch to Creative Commons is you have to attribute the image to whoever created it. So for me, on my blog post, I need to make sure that I say who the author or creator of the work is. Since the Creative Commons license says I can use it if I attribute it, if I don't sell it for money, and this last one, share alike, means make sure you are sharing it with these same Creative Commons rules. But that's not super important for posting an image in your blog. That's more important if you're selling work or if you're really recreating and changing things dramatically. So now that I've okayed this image, I'm going to go to back, and now these little symbols, if you can't see them, these little symbols basically are those symbols. The one that looks kind of like a little eye is a little person. It's the attribution, meaning I need to cite who created the image. The middle one is a little money symbol crossed out, meaning I can't sell it. And the last one is share alike, which means keep sharing this image with the same rules. Now, this is okay to use. So this is the process you have to go through to find images for your blogs. Now, some of you are probably thinking, oh my gosh, this is such a pain. It is, but this is the legal way of getting images for your blogs. Good news is, you can also take your own images. If you've created your own images, so if I go to my blog, I actually took this image and this image on my own. So I don't have to cite them. They're my images. So if you take your own images, you're welcome to stick them right now. You don't have to worry about citing. You don't have to worry about Creative Commons. Okay? With that, that's it for this video.